Hey all, my name is Esther, the Cake Queen, and today I'm making a get to know me vlog so you guys can just get to know me a little bit more. So one thing about me is that I like to read and write, and for that passion I've developed a cake business planner for baking business owners. So if you'd like a copy of this, just leave a comment below and I'll hook you up with the Amazon link if you are in Windhoek, Namibia. Also just let me know where you are, Windhoek where exactly, or Namibia where, so I can hook you up with a copy. And I like to get my nails done. I'm a girl, right? I like lip gloss, good to moisturize my lips, and I like my drinking yogurt. And of course, a nice cracking fire. It really brings so much healing to me. So by now you might be asking me, what is it that I do? So I work in the Namibian public service as an economist, and I think that's probably the best way for me to explain what I do in short. Part of what I do is attend a lot of networking events, meetings, workshops, consultations. I do a lot of speaking, public speaking, and document policy reviews. I also do a lot of travel, so my work involves a lot of travel. So when I do get to travel, I'll be away from the boys, so that's time to catch up on my content creation activities. Other than that, during my day when I'm at the office, starting my day would literally be me reading my emails. After, of course, I have something to drink or eat at the office because I leave a little bit early in the morning, so I don't always get to get something to eat. So of course, after I get my coffee, whatever it is at the office, I would then start my day by reading some emails, catching up on work, because most of the time, I don't know why it is like that, but I tend to spend a lot of time outside the office. So when I do get time to sit in my office, that's time for me to catch up on my work, read some emails, and literally just respond to whatever is on my desk at that present time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was the office?
I was out. I just came in today. I was out last week. I'm in this week.
Okay.
You look pretty.
Ah,
Yeah. And I'm mom to these little beautiful fellas here that really keep me busy. So Triano right now is 7. Dandako is 4 years old, and the youngest is Karere. He is 2 years old, and I try to engage them in my baking activities as much as possible. And then you know me as Esther the Cake Queen or the Baker. I really enjoy this, guys. Like, I literally enjoy what I do. In fact, I'm thinking of doing this full time, so I am working on a system so I can really just build the business, so that I can start working on this full time. I'm so passionate about what I do. I love baking. I love cake decorating. It's not just a business to me. It's a space for me to express my creativity. I love, oh guys, I don't know how to say this, like I don't know how to explain, or how my life would actually be if I was not a baker. And I'm so happy that I have such a great support system. I'm really happy that I have a great support system in my husband and generally my family, because they're really helping me to build this business. They're giving me the support that I need. And as a baker, there are a lot of things that one learns. You do make mistakes, like this cake that just fell. Clients get upset, but you try your best not to. For this particular cake, I had to redo it. It happened before the client actually collected the cake, so I had some time to repair it, and I actually managed to do it, and you'll see that picture just about now. Excuse me. So there are a lot of things that happen as a baker, but nonetheless there are happy moments. Baking involves a lot of planning. You literally have to plan, write down, schedule everything, and since I'm a part-time baker, that is like the cracks of my time. I try to balance my life and my baking by creating a schedule and planning around it, literally. And this little guy is my best friend, my MacBook.
From, and I will always look to the hills from whence cometh my help, because my help comes from the Lord.
So yeah, this was just like a raw, really authentic video of me running a home bakery, what it is like. I really just wanted to bring you on my journey without holding back, guys. It's not always easy, especially me being a part-time baker. I have to come home to do this, and I try to, as much as possible, reflect the effort that I make in my pricing. There's a lot of work. You have to literally wash, scrub dishes, cake pans. That's the down part, but it really outweighs all the benefits that you get running a home bakery. I know that there's literally a lot that you do. You are jack of all trades. You are the baker, you are the cake decorator, you clean up, you do the invoicing, you do customer inquiries, which really takes a lot of time. Sometimes, you are like back and forth between clients. You do get easy clients, but I don't know, by the grace of God, I honestly have such great clients. I honestly have such great clients that are really they literally pay me what I ask, and I don't decide on my prices at that moment in time. I already have a structure on how I work in my pricing. I have a system on how I work in my costs so that I get paid, and I make sure that I get paid from every cake order, guys. It's not easy being a part-time baker. I have to come back from the office to come and bake, so I literally make sure that I do get paid from every cake order. And I think this business has really been rewarding to me because I have built a system that has enabled me to get paid from what I do. If you are struggling in your cake business with things like pricing and marketing, I'll leave some links in the description box to my cake pricing guide, and I have a free course. I also have a paid course, so I'll just leave some links for you to check out some of my resources so you can also build a rewarding business. For me, really, I didn't have that over the shoulder support when I started my baking business, because I moved from being a small town baker to moving to Windhoek, being a city baker. So I know how it is not to have that support system, or not to have all the resources that you need where you are, and then working backward to try and do everything by yourself. So in my baking business, I've really decided to help other bakers with my knowledge by creating resources, downloadables and so forth, that other bakers can really just use to build their baking businesses, especially if you're just starting out. So yeah, definitely I'll be leaving some links to those. Do check those out in the description below. Let me know at what stage you are in your baking business. And yeah, so as I mentioned, it's really not easy being a home baker, especially if you are having two jobs. I'm literally I'm a home baker. I do it part-time. I have my full-time job. And why am I doing this? There was a point in my career where I had to move from Corregas, where I used to live and work, and then my husband was in Windhoek, and I was always asking God, like, Lord, and I have a video, I'll link it up here somewhere. And then I was like, I really just need a business, and I started this business while I was in this small town. And when I moved to Windhoek, it was by the call of God. Like, I literally just packed and I moved without having another job. So I was like, okay, fine. This business is something that I fell back on, and I've been baking for 2 years from home full time. So I have like a little bit of experience of being a full-time baker, and much of my experience is literally being a part-time baker, so I can speak to both worlds basically. And yeah, basically that's been my journey, moving from being a full-time baker, from a part-time baker in a small town to a a full-time baker for 2 years, and I'm literally doing this for close to 5 years now. So yeah, that's what I can share about my journey being a baker. And as I was saying, I would really love to share my experience in every way I can, if that makes it easier for somebody else, because I didn't have that support system. I was not in a big town to be attending all these classes. I had to learn things by myself. And what I've learned over the years, I've decided to repackage into online courses and support material for bakers. So yeah, let me know once again what stage you are in your baking journey, and I would like to do another video just in case you are struggling with things like cakes not working out as they were planned to. I plan to do another video on how you can work on cakes just maybe falling or whatever. It's something I would literally like to do, and I would like to share my story on this particular cake that I did, that really, it left my home well into the client's hands, but then during the transport process, this cake was not transported well, right? And this is just an incidence of where customers are not following instructions, not carrying boxes properly, and so forth. So I'd like to share some pictures around that. It was a really beautiful cake that I created or baked, and then it just did not come out. I was very sad about that. So I'd like to share my story about this particular cake. And towards the end of this video, I'll try to pop a picture of a cake I did for my parents' 32nd anniversary. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.